How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Marvel Bros, where we cover all things Marvel and everything pop culture. My name is Battery CEO. This is Sensei Finito, and welcome, Sensei. What are we checking out today?
On today's pop culture news update, we'll be checking out the latest poster for DC's The Batman and Marvel Studios' Moon Knight. We have the official title for Amazon Prime's Lord of the Rings series and Quiet Place spinoff. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, man. It seems like it's going to be an amazing discussion for today.
Oh yeah, we should have a lot of discussion today. But before we get into that, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Marvel Bros 23 on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel. We post all of our content and much more.
That is right. And you can also check us out on our website, www.marvelbros.com, where you can purchase our merchandise as well as donate to help everything that we do here at Marvel Bros for all of you guys and all the super fam and all that good stuff. And you can also check out our Discord on our website where we have awesome discussions all the time. And it's just an amazing place to stay up to date with all of our content. And, a lot of the theories and stuff that we talk about in our Discord, we end up coming over here with them anyway. So make sure you jump on in there and join that awesome conversation.
Oh yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. So huge rumor that popped up yesterday. It might have popped up a couple days before, but apparently Tom Cruise. I mean, this is something that we've talked about for a long time now. But Tom Cruise
Yeah,
is
I was going to say
apparently
that. I was like, this did not just pop up for us. We've been talking about this one.
we've known about it, but the picture of him supposedly looking like Iron Man, or at least I saw it for the first time.
I
But
don't
Doctor
know.
Strange in the Multiverse of Madness apparently is going to be the most powerful version of Iron Man.
Do we have a version of that picture somewhere? Because I don't know what
I don't
picture.
even know. I don't even know. I don't know why I didn't get the picture. But it was posted in the Discord. But the version that was on our Discord was blurry as hell, and like
Oh, the one that I was like, oh, that looks like my guy from The Mandalorian with the
yeah.
green screen and all of
But
that.
apparently,
Oh,
it's a
that's
better
supposed to
version
be
of that.
Tom Cruise?
It was Tom Cruise uh,
What? With the
with the
motion
Tony
capture
Stark
suit on.
beard and everything going on. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
I can. Okay, hold
but
on. I gotta check.
apparently, this was also on the post that I had seen this in. I didn't want to put it in because it was like super spoilery, or not spoilery, but it was a little out there, so I didn't want to post it. But apparently, he's going to have 3 Infinity Stones and Thanos' head in a jar. That sounds so wild, but like, it's almost child's like, yo, like I was
That
like,
would
there's
be
no way.
amazing.
But apparently, he has access to 3 Infinity Stones and carries Thanos' head in a jar. Uh,
Yo.
and I'm pretty sure this is all off the backs of being like among the leaders of the Illuminati
Sheesh.
that
Nah,
could be
that's Tom Cruise, yo. Yeah.
featured in Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. Wow.
Whoa.
Like what?
Whoa,
How
that's
do you like
crazy.
that's just sounds insane.
No, that sounds pretty wild.
And of course, people have asked him like, "Hey, yo, are you playing Iron Man or like something like that?" But he's always said no.
Yeah, but
You
I
know,
mean Andrew
but like
Garfield said
everyone's kind of
no
done that
right
because
up until the movie came out.
they
Like no
understand
joke.
that sniper Kevin Feige doesn't mess around.
Mm-mm.
Especially when it comes to stuff like this secretive. Um, wow.
But that's amazing. I think honestly seeing this along with a lot of the other things that we've heard about this movie is going to give us a lot of it's going to make the MCU a completely different place for us to
Mhm,
be able to really see that everything's connected in a different way than we ever thought it was. You know what I mean?
mhm,
DC has done something like this, trying to connect all of their stuff together, but unfortunately, not enough people even care about like the whole CW being just another Earth or a multiverse, whatever, in the
yeah.
DCEU because the Flash characters cross over. Like people care, but I don't think anyone really cares enough. But stuff like this, to where they're trying to make other franchises cohesive within the MCU, and even to the point to where it's like, oh yeah, man, this is the actors that we even looked at as being different people are them. That was I think that was, we talked about this last week, was for Mr. Fantastic, John Krasinski,
Yeah.
right? But the first rumor I heard, not the first rumor, but the rumor that I heard resurface relating to John Krasinski actually wasn't about him being uh, Mr. Fantastic. It was about him being Captain America.
Mhm.
That's the very first rumors that, at least when it first his name started coming up again,
Yeah.
it was Tom Cruise as Iron Man and then John Krasinski as Captain America,
Mhm.
because those were the two people that they initially like looked at for the roles, quote unquote. So it was like, to be able to see any of these things would be amazing. I mean, imagine us seeing Edward Norton's Hulk. Like, bruh, oh my goodness. Like, that would be
You
amazing,
know,
bro. Like,
I want to know what's the budget on this movie. There's no way, right? Like, if this is gonna be
I,
like, if
yeah.
if all these people are really in this movie,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, to pay him.
like to pay everyone, especially Edward Norton, with the way he left the Marvel,
Mhm.
back then, I would
Yeah.
only assume he'd come back if the money was good. You know what I mean? Same thing with Tom Cruise if he were to get involved, unless this is something he's really been wanting to get involved with for a long time. But I doubt Tom Cruise would want to,
Yeah.
because like there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that actually frown upon like superhero movies. So like
Mhm.
I don't know if he's one of those people. He might be, but I'm not sure. But I think this just adds another element of like of excitingness to this movie, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. I can't wait either, bro. We're hearing so much amazing stuff coming from a Multiverse of Madness. Like, it's literally, I think I said this before too. It's like how it was when we were going into Endgame.
Mhm,
We heard everything, bro. It was a Nihilus this, it was Mephisto that. Like, I mean,
mhm,
going into Endgame,
mhm.
we had no idea what was really going to be happening, bro. Like, we and then when we walked out of it in shambles and tears. It was like, all right, bro. Well, that happened. Like,
Yeah,
that's not what I expected. And I feel like we're in that same, like, we are in the end game now for real. Like, I don't even feel like when Doctor Strange said we're in the end game now, he was talking about the movie end game. I feel like he was talking about all the stuff that we're about to get into.
mhm.
Cause it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I like. There's so much stuff. It's hard to figure out what's true and what's not true. Obviously, we won't know until we watch the actual movie. Uh, but it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
We got what, 6 months? No, well,
Six
less
months. What?
less than 6 months. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
less than 5 months away.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
Yeah,
six
because
is June.
it's coming out in the beginning of May,
Yeah,
I
the beginning
believe.
of May. So we're
Yeah,
less
so
than 5 months
we're
away.
right there. We're on
So
the
it's right
cusp.
there. Hopefully they don't release like a spoilery trailers like
I don't
Shang-Chi
think we
did.
can watch anymore. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't it might
Wait,
not be
let's
safe
see, because
anymore.
we have the one from, no, was the one that we got on Doctor Strange and the one that actually I mean, in
They were the same.
Spider-Man and the one that came out, those were the same, right?
Yeah, they were the
Did we
same.
see another one since then? I feel like, no, maybe we haven't. No, we
Mm-mm.
haven't. Yeah. So maybe we
We got
can
like
watch
posters.
this. Yeah, maybe we can watch the next one that comes out, but after that, we're definitely gonna have to stay away.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, yo, amazing stuff coming from amazing rumors once again. But on the hit of, we were kind of talking about John Krasinski, so that goes in beautifully into the next one, yo. We have an untitled spinoff for A Quiet Place, yo, and it's officially been delayed till September 22nd of next year, 2023.
yeah,
So, yo, we love the A Quiet Place universe, the AQU, the
yeah,
AQPU, if you will,
yeah.
and it's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
what's it called? Shortly after the last one came out, they announced that they're gonna have several spin-offs, including an animated spin-off as
Yeah.
well. Uh, this one was supposed to come out this year, I think, but they delayed it almost. It was almost a whole year, if I remember right. I don't know. I don't remember what the original date was, but it's almost a
Mm,
whole year later. On the same aspect, this is something I think I I thought I had reported it, but I don't think I did. But I didn't at when I checked. But Top Gun delayed
Oh
again,
yeah,
almost the whole year.
yeah. And Mission Impossible
Oh yeah,
7
yeah. Actually, I might have Top Gun and Mission Impossible mixed up,
mixed
but
up.
both are Tom
Oh
Cruise movies, so
yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it if both did get delayed. I did
Hmm.
see the Mission Impossible one. I got it mixed up, but
Yeah,
Top Gun probably did get delayed again as well. I just
yeah.
don't know for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
I freaking thought the last Mission Impossible that they made was the last one. But I get is this the last one? Or is there or have they not said it's gonna be a last one? Because I could have swore they were like the last Mission Impossible movie. And
oh
then
no,
no?
they're made. All of the ones I've seen it have been made for like potential sequels. If I remember the last one, I don't remember. No, I remember. I don't know what new one will be about though.
Bro,
There has to
they
be a
really
new threat.
tied it up
I
with
know.
42 seconds left. That's crazy. Yo, we're gonna have
Watch
to
them.
make a Marvel Bros. Sports channel.
Watch them miss. Oh no! I
Now they
swear to
made the
God.
field goal. Well, on my bad. I might be a little ahead. Multi fandom said we are getting 7 and 8. Oh man, they're gonna have a whole bunch of them.
Yep. All right, maybe LA. Let's see what LA can do. I doubt it because the Bucks have actually been holding them pretty good. But
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
obviously this sucks. I really love The Quiet Place too. I thought they did a really good job for the sequel.
Hmm.
I know one of the things that we had talked about. We wish we could have seen more of like how people were initially after, or like
Yeah,
how what
like
the
right
military
when
was
it
doing,
started.
like what was the world's response. Like all that type of stuff is something that we
Because
all
they
really
made
kind
it
of want to
seem
learn
like
about.
in the second movie, like it was like, oh, hey, what's that? Everything's over. Like that's the
Yeah.
way they made it seem in the movie, and it was like, oh my goodness, there was no time for anything to happen.
Mhm.
From the way that they presented it to us was just, man, they saw the thing happen in the sky, and then the next thing they knew, everybody had to just run for their lives,
Yeah.
and everyone just freaking died, like, and it was over. So. I'm really interested to see that whole, I guess, transition period,
Mhm.
of them attacking. I think we even said how would it be to see it from like the president's point of view, get kind of like the designated survivor type of thing,
Yeah.
to go on and like see, sir, there's something happening, because there's no shot that the military and the air force and just no one knew that the spaceships were freaking coming from the sky. Like, no, there's no way, bro. There's no way. Like,
Mhm.
and so we kind of talked about that after the movie then, and in our movie review for A Quiet Place 2, it was like, yo, where is the response time from anyone? Like,
Mhm.
so do we I don't think we have any idea what this
No,
spinoff is
yeah,
supposed
we
to be
have no
about.
idea at all. There was
Okay.
no title, nothing. All that stuff is still pretty dark. Uh, and it might be that they just needed more time to like actually write. Maybe they're doing rewrites.
Hmm.
Maybe they didn't weren't because John Krasinski isn't coming back for the spinoffs. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
That's right.
he's not coming back. So and I don't even know if he's helping at all. As well, I know his
That's
wife's
what
still a
I
part of it,
remember we
but
talked about that. I think he like took a not a
yeah,
creative leave, or but it's like he passed the torch on to
yeah, he
someone else.
passed the
Like
torch on to someone else. So hopefully they can, execute and it'd be
John
good.
Krasinski makes good stuff, yo. Everything he makes ends up getting bought by like NBC or something, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, we'll just continue this." Multi fandom says it's an okay franchise. The first one is pretty much a ripoff of one of my favorite sci-fi movies. What's your favorite sci-fi movie? What
Yeah,
movie is it a ripoff of, my brother?
yeah.
Because I'm curious. I really liked A Quiet Place. To be honest, it was a good watch.
Mhm.
It was definitely worth it for me. Like I didn't expect it. Uh, that was like one of the first times like that and I Am Legend. Like those movies were so quiet. Like it was wild.
You know what? I will say, I Am Legends, like you said, is one of my favorite movies. Like, I know we had a
Mhm.
whole conversation about this
Solid.
a couple weeks ago, if I remember right,
Yes.
but, uh, the quietness, in the theater was unlike
Mhm.
anything I've ever experienced,
Yeah.
like, in anything. So, uh, I
M.
don't know.
Night Shyamalan Signs?
I'm sorry, I disagree.
Is a Quiet Place like Signs? I might have to watch. I might have to rewatch.
Unless
that
I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch Signs. I don't know.
Yeah, I might
Signs,
have to.
you know, Signs is a great movie. I really love Signs. I really do. But I don't know. I don't remember Signs being remotely similar, if I'm being honest. In the sense that, like, with the quietness, but like
They
in
are
terms
so
of like
similar.
them showing up out of the blue and no one not knowing why. I don't know. I think it probably needs a rewatch on my end.
Yeah,
I need to
I
rewatch.
don't think I've seen Signs, to be
Oh, dude,
completely honest.
it's so good. It's definitely it's a good movie, man. I don't even know how to explain it. Is it? I think it's Mel Gibson, right?
I have no idea.
I
No,
think
that's I think that's the other one. That's like The Mist or something. I think.
Mel
I
Gibson's
don't know.
yeah. Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mel Gibson is in the side. Mel Gibson is the lead, and also Joaquin Phoenix is in there as well, and a couple other people. But it's a good ass movie. We'll have to check it out. But
Yeah, I'll give it a looky loo.
I did something on
But
my
I've
computer. I have no idea what I just did.
I've never heard anyone make that connection before though. So I'm definitely gonna
Who
have
knows?
to
It might be there. I just haven't watched
I'm
it
gonna
yet.
have to give it a watch and see what's going down.
Oh, the LA one.
Yeah, they made a field goal. They did that. They were moving.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm triggered. I made that mistake on my computer. Well,
Yeah.
that'd been a while if Brady won again. Because whoever wins these games go to the Super Bowl, right? Or there's sure. No,
No, there's still
there's
another
still
round
2 more
next week.
divisional games, and
Yeah.
then after that,
Because there's
the
another
Super Bowl.
game today, and then because
Oh, you're right. You're right.
yeah, there's another game today,
You're right.
and then next week, then we have the Niners and
I
maybe
think it's LA.
no, I think it's whoever wins the next game because it's Chiefs and someone else
It's
is
Titans?
playing.
No, Bills?
No, Bills. Yeah, Chiefs and Bills play next. So I think if whoever wins that game, I think they play the Niners, and then the Rams will play who won yesterday. The
Dang,
other
I
team
saw
that won yesterday.
Brady's soul just fell apart. uh, but man, I think I'm very positive moving forward about the Quiet Place. Spinoffs.
Yeah.
I just hope we see more background in terms of how everything went and like again.
What's up,
like
Laura?
what happened
Welcome
in
to
the
the
military.
chat. Yeah, for real. That military aspect is one of the biggest things for me. But what do we got up next, my brother?
Well, a Godzilla spinoff is officially coming to Apple. Apple TV Plus, adding to, and this is also going to be
Apple
adding
TV?
to Legendary's MonsterVerse. This will be a part of Legendary's MonsterVerse. So it's gonna be like a Godzilla.
All right. Am I tripping, or is there another MonsterVerse? No, that MonsterVerse didn't exist, huh? And that one was like with Dracula.
It's the same thing.
Wait,
It's the same. It's the same thing. They just
It's
never really capitalized on that horror aspect after the Mummy flopped. But it's
snap!
like
I thought Godzilla's MonsterVerse and the King Kong MonsterVerse was different from the horror MonsterVerse
because they're all part of Legendary. If I'm Legendary's, it might be mixed up, but I'm pretty sure they're all under the same umbrella. It's just that Mummy messed it all up, and so I could be terribly wrong also. But I'm pretty sure they're all under the same umbrella.
I'm pretty sure there's 2 MonsterVerses though. And one of them is like Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla versus all of those movies. And then there's another MonsterVerse that's like Dracula, the Dark Universe. Thank you, Multifandom. That's bad.
What it is.
It's called the Dark Universe. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Okay. I was like, I thought they wanted to call that the MonsterVerse, but they had like a whole logo and everything for the Dark Universe. Yeah.
They dropped the ball. They dropped the
but
ball on that
big.
one.
For
I don't
sure.
know. I'm sad that that happened too, because I really wanted to see. I thought the Mummy was
We were
cool.
pumped. We were
I
pumped
was
for
really
that.
excited. You know, the Mummy was kind of cool, but I don't
Let
know.
me close this door.
The original trilogy to the Mummy was they were among my favorite movies growing up. They still are.
Yeah, man. But I think the MonsterVerse though is A1 low key. Like
Oh
I
no,
really like the
they're fire.
MonsterVerse. Like we kind of talked about how maybe they could not try to make it so much about humans. Like, you know what I mean? Like the human stuff is awesome, but it's like, yo, if they would focus more on like I think Kong Skull, wait, not Skull Island. No. Godzilla versus Kong.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was good to me, but it reminded me of like Batman v Superman and the
Yeah.
point of like it could have been two different solid movies that built up into Godzilla
Yeah.
versus Kong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they haven't been dropping the ball per se. I think all the movies do solid. I don't think they do great, but I think they do solid if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
By no means are they like Marvel
Oh
DC stuff, but like they're
no.
definitely they're profitable, you know, which is what's important for those studios. And I think it's Godzilla and like a kaiju based I'm sorry, I
Spinoff?
don't spin-off. Yeah, I don't think kaiju is the right word, but
Titans, right? They're
Titan based or other giant monster based. I don't know if we'll even see Godzilla in this, but I think it could be
I wish
cool.
I wish we could see that other place, the Hollow Earth. Is that what it
Yeah,
was? Is that
it
where
might
they
be.
went? That would
That
be
actually might be
awesome.
the route that they go. Apple TV Plus has a lot of cool stuff. I watch a lot of it. Um, Unfortunately, I'm caught up on all of most of
And
the stuff that I've been wanting to watch, so I can't.
and then
Uh,
as we know from like the foundation and like they
they
don't
know how.
hesitate to like spend some money, bro. Like
Mhm.
they'll drop some money on it. I don't think anything I've seen on Apple TV looks bad. Everything on Apple TV looks far better than like the competitors of like Netflix and all their other stuff. Like Netflix will have something that has some bad CGI. Like they have it. It happens.
Yeah,
Everyone does, you know. But Apple TV though, it seems like they try to bring
they hit the
their
mark.
best foot forward every single time, no matter if it's like a sitcom or like a you know, no matter what. Even what's the
Yeah,
one with Jason Momoa?
see.
See,
Yeah,
bro, great. It's like everything they do is great. They do a pretty good job. So I'm interested to see where this MonsterVerse goes and how it looks and the whole
yeah.
thing on Apple TV. This will be probably something great. Laura Hart says, "Yeah, they dropped it hard. I wish they had done the rest of the movies pertaining to the Dark Universe." Yes, I agree.
I
The
think,
little picture that they did with everyone next to each other, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is
and
gonna
you know
be
what?
amazing."
I hopefully Renfield can kind of revive it.
Oh, that's right.
Renfield's gonna
That's
be like the
right.
upcoming Dracula based movie that they're gonna be making with
Is that
Nicholas
Nicholas
Cage,
Cage? Yeah.
then cast as Dracula. Apparently,
Mhm.
maybe that can kind of revive it. I hope that's the case. You know, because I definitely really wanted to see, you know, a new Wolfman. You know, I would have loved to see all those other creatures as well. I think they would have been cool. Um, but
I think we were supposed to get Frankenstein's monster too, and like the Bride
Mhm.
of Frankenstein. It was supposed to be crazy.
We're supposed to get a lot. We got
Yeah,
finessed.
Multi says they should build off the Mummy trilogy into a bigger universe instead of making a reboot. Yeah, I don't know why they wanted to do the reboot either. I personally think when anyone does a universe nowadays, it makes it way better to go off of the canon stuff. I think we even saw that with Halloween. Like there's like 7 or 8 Halloween movies, but there's like 3 core ones that are actually the story that is like being told. And you know that it's like
They took
that's kind
advantage
of
of
the
that.
way to do it. Yeah, like that's kind of the way to do it. Let's go to what everyone loved at first and kind of build deeper into that universe rather than going everywhere and trying to make everything canon, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully
Uh
this works out. Apple knows how to do the thing. So
Yeah.
We'll
Laura
see.
says kaiju battles make money plus are just fun to watch. That's a fact.
Yep, I agree.
I really wish we got to see more of that fight in Godzilla versus Kong. But
Felt
I like
rushed.
that it did feel rushed. It did feel rushed. The fight felt rushed. Everything felt rushed. And then Multi says they're going forward with Ryan Gosling's pitch of Wolfman.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Well, hopefully it works out.
Yeah, definitely. Coming up next, we have the latest poster for the Batman. This movie right here is going to be amazing. I think everything that we've gotten for this has made us more hype than
I know
anything.
they just released a clip yesterday,
They did,
but I don't know. Like clips
yeah.
can be pretty risky.
I think it's like the beginning of the movie. It's like here's the first clip of the movie or something like that. I don't know. It's crazy.
I think it's that scene when they're in the church mourning someone's death and the car comes in and blows up.
Oh,
that trailer sequence that shows that's in there. I think it's that whole sequence. I don't know how long it is, but I think it's that moment in particular that that shows up in the clip. But I'm curious to know more about how that happens. So it might not be. It's probably very spoilery. Is what I'm trying to get to, and I don't know if I want to put myself into that position. I just don't know.
No, I feel you 100%. Here we go.
And so far, a lot of the posters we've been getting for the Batman have been pretty cool. All the stills that we've seen. This could be a DVD cover right here.
This is awesome.
This is pretty awesome. Definitely highlights the relationship that these two could possibly have in this movie. And I mean, I think they're and they might be in a relationship during the movie. I don't know for sure, but it definitely seems that way from like the trailers. Because I think this is very much a Catwoman movie as it is a Batman movie from what we've kind of
like we are going to be
seeing and hearing about
both of their personal lives, I guess you could say. See their alter ego and their superhero persona as well. Multi says, is it me or the Batman could be the Iron Man of the DC universe? Hey, I hope so.
It might be.
I mean, with the rumors that we have from what's happening with Flash, anything is really possible right now. And we don't know what's going to be going on with DC. DC has one foot in the grave as far as we're concerned with what they want to do with the Flash movie. Right? I mean, like, it doesn't sound good to us particularly. I don't know why they would do it to the point to where it's like, oh, no, this is what they're deciding to do. It's like, Jesus. Are they just trying to test the waters and like, did they leak that to see how we would react or what? Because apparently, what is it? All of Snyderverse wouldn't be canon with what they want to do.
Yes, but apparently that was like super over exaggerated.
Oh, okay. Apparently. So it's supposed to be like half of that instead of like everything that it said.
I don't know. I don't even know if like me seeing that it was over exaggerated by a couple people. That have seen the movie, I don't know. I think it's hit or miss, and I'm so scared. I really am for the Flash. But this isn't necessarily connected to that DC universe at all.
Yeah, this is more supposed to be like Joker.
Very much like the Joker. But we already know that this particular movie is getting a spinoff. Gotham Knights, I think is what it's called.
No. I think it's just Gotham.
It's
it's like Gotham City or something like that. It's supposed to be like the other Gotham show that they had, but it's based in the Batman universe instead. So it'll be the Gotham City Police Department. Gotham PD, is that what it's called? Or is it something like that? I think it's something like that. It's like Gotham PD or Gotham Police, or it's something like that, and it's all based on the Batman universe, and then the Gotham City Police Department as well. So
Yeah,
I don't know how you
could be
guys would
pretty
feel
cool,
about that one.
but I don't
I
know.
think Gotham was a solid show. I don't think you ever watched
I
that
need to
one.
check it out. I never checked
That's
it
a
out.
solid show. Solid
Yeah,
shows. Yeah, solid.
I'll check it out.
Multi also says, can we get a fresh start reboot of the DC universe with the Batman? I think that makes the most sense.
It could be, and if this movie does really well, that might be very well the case. I don't know if Robert Pattinson would even want. I don't know. With the things that we've kind of heard of, like how I don't know, we've heard him be very difficult with like the directors and whatnot.
I
Like
remember he didn't want to work out.
you know,
You remember that
there's
happened at the
different.
very beginning? He was like, "Yeah,
Like
no, I'm not working out at
when we
all."
saw a lot of the stills early on, we could know for a fact that whoever's in that suit was not Robert Pattinson. So it's like I don't know. I'm kind of scared, but at the same time, I'm very curious to see how he can portray the Batman in a way that makes him stand out. You know, I think I had my gripes with Ben Affleck's version of Batman, but I definitely think he was probably the I don't know. Maybe I could just need to see him more because he never got his own movie per se,
Who?
but we did see a lot of Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, I feel like that hurt them a lot. Like, I think Ben Affleck could have been a solid, like, I mean, he was a solid Batman, but I mean, he could have been a solid Batman in his own movie. They didn't have to give him a trilogy per se, but
Yeah,
if they gave him like one movie, the same way they gave Henry Cavill a movie, I think he only had one movie, like, and then Batman v Superman. If they didn't even give him his one movie, it was just like, nope, you're. Was he supposed to be the same Batman as the Dark Knight, or was he supposed to be? Was that supposed to be like a completely different?
Wait, who?
Ben Affleck's version.
No, it's not the same from the Dark Knight. That's a whole
Okay,
different, separate.
I
Yeah,
didn't. I was. Yeah, yeah.
they're not connected at all.
Yeah. See, and that's dumb. Like that's that. If they could have used those movies to even build up the DC universe, because if you watch for me, if you watch like the Dark Knight trilogy and then watch the Superman movie, like Superman Man of Steel, it seems like it's the same universe because of how dark and gritty everything kind of is in its own right, you know? And it's just well, not really DC's fault. WB continues to drop the ball no matter what. Like all the way down to the CW shows, they've been dropping the ball. So it doesn't really matter. They just need to get them a Kevin Feige and, get it going.
Yeah.
Laura says, so more of Jim Gordon's story? That could be very interesting. But that's true. Especially with the Batgirl movie coming out. That would be wild. That's wild that they would have something that had Jim Gordon in it and then something with his daughter that might not be his daughter, though. And you know what I mean? Like, if those don't connect, that's just interesting.
Another thing that kind of added to the flame was because I think Ben Affleck was excited. I really do. And then Joss Whedon got involved. After that, he literally went insane and became an alcoholic. And I'm not laughing at. I'm not exaggerating. What? Yeah, like a lot of the issues that Ben Affleck has been suffering from this past couple years since then stemmed from his experience with Joss Whedon and the Justice League. And he had to leave. He couldn't do it. And that's part of the reason why he gave up the mantle, is because he was afraid as to what it would do for him, like mentally, and the struggles that he was kind of dealing with. So I applaud him for taking that step. Obviously, it sucks that we won't get to see him again as Batman. I think seeing him, I think he will be in the Flash for a little bit, from what we understand.
Yeah,
but that'll be the last time we'll see him. And I think those scenes that we see from him, I don't even think they're. I think there were shots they shot previously, either for Batman v Superman or in Justice League. They just never used. They're just reusing them. But I don't know. We'll have to. We'll find out. I guess. Could be cool though. I'm excited for this movie.
I'm excited for the Batman for sure. Multi says, I don't want Ben Affleck to come back. I really wasn't a fan of his take on Batman. I
He,
feel that.
fans were torn. Fans were really torn with
But I
him.
think that really stems from him not getting his own movie and then the issues with Whedon that you were also just talking about, you know? Everyone had issues with Joss Whedon, like it was no
Like he
it
literally
wasn't
just came out. He came out.
yeah, and was just talking shit about
He was like,
everyone.
all the casts of Justice League were rude, and basically was like,
He was like, it's all because of the cyborg actor. He's a terrible actor.
he's a terrible actor.
I was like, what?
Gal Gadot can't speak English, so she misunderstood me. Like, yo, like my man was wild.
I can't believe he hasn't been like full blown canceled yet. Like he's halfway there, right?
He probably already is. I don't even know. I didn't read the interview or read the article. I just saw. I heard people talk about it from people that I watched, and I was like, damn. That's wild.
Multi says, I think a Batman v Superman movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Henry Cavill would have been a better, in my opinion. Yeah. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the dude that plays in the Gotham show, correct? Like, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think so. He's the one that was Robin in The Dark Knight. Or like in the end, it was revealed that his name was Robin.
Oh! I got you.
At the very end of the Dark Knight.
No, I got you. Full blown. I got you. Yeah. I'm thinking of someone else for sure. Yeah, the dude. He was in Project Power too, right?
Yep, Project Power.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's also in his like.
He's in hella stuff.
He's in a lot of stuff, and I think he's over. I think he's over 50.
Holy crap!
Yeah, he looks hella young, but he's an older guy. Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Oh my goodness!
Oh
my god!
You know, interesting thing. I forgot that. I'm sorry. I can't believe I forgot. Who's playing Batman? I know who it is. I just can't think of his name for.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. He's in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching him right now, and I didn't realize. I forgot that he was in Harry Potter.
He's my man. That
he got.
Pretty sure he dies.
Yeah, he dies,
and he's like the whole reason why they like start like turning up a little bit. Yeah.
But I don't know. That's an interesting fact that I just blew my mind the other day.
Have you seen the movie with Robert Pattinson and Tom Holland on Netflix? I think it's called like The Devil something.
You know, I haven't, but I remember we talked about it. We watched the trailer for it, I think.
Mm-hmm. We did watch it.
I think we have a trailer reaction for that. I don't remember the name of it, but
it's like The Devil Within, or The Devil Made Me Do It, or The Devil Inside, The Devil in Us All.
It was weird. It was a weird one. I don't know what it was about though.
I think it's The Devil in Us All. Yeah, that movie was a solid movie. Was not ready for the stuff that happened in that movie. If you've seen it on Netflix, a good one. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth the watch to see Tom Holland out of his Spider-Man element or his childish element, I guess you could say. He's definitely not a child in that movie.
Yeah,
not at all. But yeah, this is a solid poster coming from the Batman. Batman is coming out March 4th. I hope everyone is juiced and ready for that because I know we are.
Well, up next we have some unfortunate news. Moon Knight actor Gaspard Ulliel, I think that's how you say his name, has passed away at the age of 37 from a ski accident, and he was cast as a character called Midnight Man. In Moon Knight.
Crazy. We were just talking about Midnight Man and stuff. And this, like, we were just talking about all of that. And then I think it was like the very next day, this news had come out. And it's like, man, this is so this is so sad, so unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't think we watched anything that he was ever in.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he's in a lot of US stuff. I think he's more
yeah, he is a French actor, so
yeah.
I don't think.
I think it was Hannibal. I think that's how. Yeah,
Hannibal Rising. Yeah,
I think it's Hannibal. but I don't know. I wonder how this is going to affect.
Oh, he's in
Um,
Rise of the Guardians. He plays some of the
oh, is it
Guardians.
really?
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
good
solid
movie.
movie. Yeah.
I wonder if Midnight Man was an important character in Moon Knight. I want to know how that's going to affect the show. Like, are they gonna like? Is it something that they had built in the show to where like they're gonna have to recast him? Like that's so important character he is,
Mm,
or is he more of like a Wong type of character, where it's not like he's not like
I
super
think him
important,
and
but he's there.
I think him and Moon Knight are like they fight.
Were they?
They
Oh,
go.
they fight.
They're not. I don't think they're on the same team. I might be mistaken, but I don't think they're on the same team.
Hmm.
Uh, and the fact that this is kind of going on, it's very sad. And like you said, it'll be interesting to see. They'll probably put like the in memory or in
Yeah,
for him in the show somewhere. I don't know how big of a role he had in it. I don't know if he was even playing full blown Midnight Man. He might have just been
yeah.
playing, you know what I mean, like the the
So,
alter ego of Midnight Man rather than actually being Midnight Man. You know what I mean?
his
Because they
name
do that
is
a lot.
Midnight Man's name is Anton Magart. Apparently,
Mhm.
he's like a thief that steals artwork, jewels, and he takes them at promptly at midnight. Like that's the kind of his thing.
Yeah,
Um, but like I don't. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of information. He was stopped by Moon Knight.
yeah. Him. I don't want to say like they're like arch nemesis, but
Hmm.
they have a similar
Oh,
look
okay.
to each other in reverse. Like yeah,
So he's a master thief and he escapes from authorities all across the world, and he's also able to hold his own against Moon Knight in a fight. He has and like weapons in terms of like weapons. He uses handguns, Oriental dagger. Uh, yeah. So
oh shit.
I don't know. It could be. I'm really sad because I feel like maybe
Oh my
this
god.
this could have been a cool character to have longer. In that it could be cool to have because we haven't had a character that comes back a whole lot.
Mhm.
Time and time again, that's just like a side character. I mean, we have, but not in like the enemy or like the a villain sense. Most
Yeah.
villains in Marvel have been killed off, so uh, it would have been cool to have like like this particular person come back off and on, stealing from like the Avengers, like that. That's how like they got a hold of the watch in Hawkeye. Like I feel like there's so many things that
Mm,
this could have been implicated in, and uh, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
yeah, definitely. This is very sad, and our condolences goes to Gaspard Ulliel's family. On that, and I think he crashed into someone else on the ski accident. So,
I don't know where this. I think it happened in the Alps, somewhere in the Alps, but I don't know
mhm.
the specifics
uh,
as to what had happened. But
yeah, him and someone else crashed into someone, and he crashed into someone else. They crashed into
mhm,
each other, and then I believe he got brain damage, and then that was just it, and it was over with
yeah,
that. So, condolences to his family, and I'm not sure of the condition of the other skier, but condolences to their family as well. This is crazy. I think it was like it just kind of took everyone by surprise. Like, it's
right.
like whoa, like,
Because it was shortly after they released the trailer too, like a week
hmm.
before, week after this happens, and it's like, man,
But one thing, I know this is like I don't. This is not a good thing or anything. But one thing that we do know when it comes to Marvel is that if you are supposed to be in reoccurring things, they put you in a deal to where you can't do things like this like go skiing or anything like that. I remember we
Like do dangerous
I
things.
remember we talked about it with Tom Holland when he said after he was done, he wanted to take a little break so he could go and do what he wanted to do, because like once you're in these contracts, you're not allowed to do, like, you can't go skiing, you can't go skydiving, you can't do anything that'll put you quote unquote in jeopardy. So that lets us know a little bit that he probably was just like a one character in the show and not anything of a reoccurring character in the MCU. I mean, I know that's a terrible way to find that out, but hey, it is that's just that. So condolences to the families, and moving right along to our next one, yo. On a brighter note, Amazon Prime's Lord of the Rings series has officially got its title, and it is Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power, bro. So
Oh yeah,
I know you're a big nerd when it comes to all of this
dude.
stuff, brother. So how pumped are you, bro? I'm gonna have
I
to go and give all of the Lord of the Rings the watch because
am
I haven't
so
watched
excited,
anything.
man. This is basically going to be a prequel of everything that happened. And you know what? In the first Lord of the Rings, they talk about the Rings of Power and how they were all created. This show is basically going to show us that, and we're going to see that. So this
Yeah.
is a long time before. I think like thousands of years before the events of Lord of the Rings, and even
Mm.
before the events of the Hobbit. So yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah, and the Hobbit
Oh, I
is
always forget about the Hobbit
mhm,
being the prequels as well to the Lord of the Rings, right? They're prequels, correct?
yeah, the prequels.
Yeah.
Uh,
So much lore.
I'm blown away. I saw the description as to what they want to do or what they are doing, and I was blown away. I was blown away.
Mm.
And we fell in love with Wheel of Time
Oh
this
yeah.
past year. So I only
Wheel
can
of Time is
imagine
solid.
how, and like the first two episodes are all going to be within 3 hour like movies. Both of them are going to be over 3 hours long, and then after that, they're going to be episode by episode, up to eight
Wait,
episodes.
what?
They're going to be, yeah, for a total of 8 episodes, but the first two episodes are like 3 hours long.
Each are 3 hours long?
I believe
Or
so.
it's like a combination of 3
No,
hours?
from what I understand, the first two episodes are going to be three
Holy.
hours. Like I'm not,
Oh, that's
unless I've
solid.
read about it wrong. The first two episodes will be almost over close to 3 hours long, and then after that, each episode will be however long they are, uh, for eight
Yo, you
episodes.
can't go wrong with that. No wonder this has
So
been one of the most expensive shows ever created, I'm pretty sure. This is
yeah,
beating Games of Thrones,
along with
everything. Like,
this and Wheel of Time were expensive as hell. So I only can
yeah, Wheel of
imagine.
Time was expensive as hell. But I think Amazon let it be known, like, as soon as they started making this, they're like, nah, we're gonna put Game of Thrones level money into it. And then it came out, nah, we're putting more than Game of Thrones level money into this.
Yep.
Laura says, so excited for the Rings of Power, yo. Yeah, this is going to be a solid one. 3,000 years before Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, at least.
Yep.
Damn.
This is like because like you'll see stuff like when you watch Lord of the Rings, there's gonna be
Mhm.
flashbacks, and in those flashbacks or
Oh,
in the events that happen in those flashbacks will be in the show.
oh
Um,
shit. That's
so and
awesome.
I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. But I can't wait. I don't know if we're seeing Lord of the Rings this year.
I thought we were supposed to see it this summer, but I'm not sure.
If not early next year, I wouldn't be mad if I have to wait another year. I'd rather
Yeah.
them do a good job with it and take the time to do it right. Because I am
Oh
such
yeah.
a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. I've never read the books. I'm a movie fan. Um, maybe I could give the books a try. I don't know. I just I'm not much of a reader like that. I'm trying to. Uh, but I'm excited for this, man. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I feel that. Laura says, I really hope they talk about Melkor, who was the original Dark Lord, or at least mention him. Ooh.
That might be why the rings were created in the first place. I don't know.
That'll be
That might be the origin of like the rings of power and like why
mm.
they needed to be made in the first place. I have no idea though. I
So
never
is
read the
this
books.
show all new stuff, or is it based off of any of the books? Like, do any of the books cover this time period
I
and
have
the
no
events that
idea.
happened? Oh, okay, okay.
If the books do, I think it's only mentioned. I don't know if the books explore them. I don't know if Tolkien
Mm,
ever made books about them like that. And
okay.
I don't know. And it may be like the show, like we still have to do some stuff for Wheel of Time. Maybe like this show will have other background, like exclusive video stuff, like kind of break down like what's what,
Ooh.
why it
No,
happened.
it definitely will, because this is Amazon Prime, and they did that. If they did it with the other one, they're definitely gonna do it with this one.
So
Uh,
hopefully they do that. Because I would definitely. That's a good question. I never even thought about that. So because I have no
uh,
idea.
Laura says this will be based off of the Silmarillion,
Hmm.
and the Silmarillion. Is that what it is? The Silmarillion is a collection of mythopoeic stories by the English writer J.R.R. Tolkien, edited and published. Something. Okay. So this is from 1977. This book
Hmm.
was originally published.
Oh, so the
Uh,
Tolkien post made that one.
yeah, Tolkien made this one.
Oh, okay. So probably okay. So I've never read that. I never even heard of that. So I don't know. But if he
Uh,
made it, then yeah, that's a good point.
Laura says he also has snippet books. It looks like this show will be mostly based on the Second Age. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, it reads like a history. It's very dry, but it has a lot of info in it. Oh, okay. So it's like a history book of information.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing. I know a lot about Tolkien only because when writing my book, I was doing a lot of research, and Tolkien comes up a lot with like book, like it just in book writing, like because he basically created his entire world and then like wrote the story for the world, creating dialects and literal history books about stuff. Like, so it's like you can either go full blown like that, or you can try and make something a little a
Hmm.
little like something that's still rich in lore, but there's not as much world around everything else. But I feel like having so much lore for like what we've seen from the Wheel of Time alone, like being able to explore lore in such an amazing way, it changes the way you can absorb the information. And for the
Yeah.
people who want it, it's there for them. And I
Right.
appreciate that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree.
for sure. But this sounds like it's going to be solid. I mean, the first picture we got, the still that we got of this last year, I believe, was freaking, oh my gosh. We
Beautiful.
were like, holy crap.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, man. But without further ado, let's move right along. Huge news this week. I know this is something that you and I had a whole conversation about
Oh, yeah.
when we were texting each other. But Microsoft has officially bought Activision Blizzard. You know,
Yes, yo.
huge,
That is wild.
huge. I don't know like what made them
And
do
I think
this.
they bought him for $68.7 billion, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
The
And
deal.
Disney bought Fox, I believe, for $72 billion.
Mhm.
So,
I think
like,
this is
it's like the second
second.
largest,
Yeah.
yeah, the second largest deal, but this is the biggest deal in gaming history, though.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yo, Microsoft is out here. So with that, I think they get control of properties like Call of Duty, Overwatch, StarCraft, uh,
Diablo,
and Diablo, Candy Crush. I know, like
World of
it's like
Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Yes, yo, like so. Like we have no idea what this means in the grand scheme of things when it comes to gaming. I know
Mhm.
there's rumors that people like that there's not going to be like they're like, oh, there's not going to be a FOV slider anymore for PlayStation now that Xbox has it, and
Yeah,
like
people are
they're
just
going to
talking
try to
shit.
make stuff exclusives. Yeah, I mean, look at Microsoft. They bought Bethesda like what was that last year or the year before, and now they bought freaking all of Activision. Yo, Microsoft is out here trying to I'm pretty sure they're going to try to do something uh big in the metaverse as well. I do
Yeah.
not doubt that that's why they're trying
That's
to
probably why they did it.
absorb all these companies.
Because the
Yeah.
lore that's revolved around, just Diablo, StarCraft,
Mhm.
and World of Warcraft alone. The
Oh yeah.
lore is insane. You know,
Yeah, World
so
of Warcraft has the
the
freaking
metaverse there
wildest
is
war.
huge potentially. Uh, as far as we know, I mean, this is just something to think about. Obviously, Activision's gone through a lot with all the scandals related stuff.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I know you and I and a couple other people that like, or a lot of other people that are huge Call of Duty fans, or just gaming fans in general, don't
Mhm.
like the environment that was there, and the same CEO, and the management team that's been running Activision Blizzard is still going to be in charge until fiscal year 2023.
Oh, I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're not going to be replace him until after, or he's not
Until
going
the
to be going
deal is
away.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, the deal
They're
is
still gonna
final
be in
in
charge until
2023.
the deal is finalized, and that's solid, it makes
That's
sense, you
yeah,
know what
that
I
seems
mean?
fair.
I think we saw something similar happen like that with the Disney
Hmm.
Fox thing, we had to wait, like, I think we were all, like, sitting on our hands, it felt like, waiting for those characters to come back
Hmm.
to Marvel, and we were like, "What's gonna happen to New Mutants and all this other stuff?" So
Yeah,
hopefully we don't I know we're gonna get Call of Duty 2022. I know that's already in the works. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Modern Warfare 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think those were the reports that I heard. But hopefully with World War II, with Modern Warfare 2, we could have that game for a little while before we start growing into other places
yeah.
of the Call of Duty fandom, because a game every year, I mean, it's kind of good for the CDL scene. I understand, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like
I only
these
could
games are
imagine.
ass. Like,
I only could imagine what it's like to be a developer.
hmm
With like, oh hey, we need you to build a map and make sure it works in 2 days. If
facts,
not, we're firing you. We'll find someone else to do it.
facts.
Like that work environment. No, like that's not.
That's the
Not only
most
is that
toxic
healthy,
thing ever.
that sounds illegal as fuck. Like that, like that's not like that. That's just not
Facts.
okay. And that's not what as a gamer, that's not what I want.
hmm
Like like that's just not. And I think most people don't want that. And like doing this, and there are already rumors that the Call of Duty is going to stop its 1 year cycle,
Mm.
and doing that, just doing that alone, lightens up the workload, allows those
Mhm.
developers to work on other projects other than just Call of Duty 23 hours out of their a day. Like that's just
Facts.
wild. So hopefully it works out. I hope they stop the 1 year cycle for COD. I don't know about the other games. I know the Overwatch fan base is,
hmm
I don't want
They're
to
pretty big.
yeah, they're pretty big, not very happy with the way things have turned out with
hmm
getting a whole two when they could definitely do on with what they're doing with one. But it's just different things that I'm sure each franchise have definitely kind of like, man, this kind of sucks. So hopefully this can kind of turn it around. Microsoft has made some pretty good games. Um, and they release games that don't come out often as well.
Yes.
Like Gears of War. I'm a huge Gears of War fan. Gears of War 5 is like several years old now. And because
Mm.
like I love the story. I don't know about the multiplayer. I don't really play Gears of War multiplayer like that. But like um Minecraft, obviously they've never made a sequel to Minecraft, but like they continue to add and add and add. Like there's just so many different things that I wish the other studios kind of would take from them in terms of like
hmm
how they release stuff and kind of work on things. I don't know. It's hit or miss as well with studios. You never know. Like I don't know what was going on with Project Red when they did um Cyberpunk.
Freaking Cyberpunk.
Like
They worked on that game for like fucking
eight
bro.
years,
That game was
like
worked
12,
on
15
for so long just to not be. It was
comes
like,
out not even
yo,
playable. Like what? Like that's just
I'm
mind blowing.
triggered immediately. Like, what's going on? Laura Hart says a game every year is a pain in the butt for devs. It makes for bugs to linger in systems. It's
Yep.
awful, and I would hate it. Yeah,
Yep.
and it's definitely like Battery was saying. It sounds borderline illegal to make these like developers always have to be working like they don't even get to fix the bugs that are in one game because no doubt they're already trying to get a
And
head
if they
start on the
do,
next
it's
one.
one
Like,
man is by
yeah,
himself, manually
like,
looking through trillions of lines of code. God knows.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not a
And they
coder,
don't,
but I know
and
it's no
with
joke.
the and with the with all the stuff that came out about how terribly they were treating the female staff and all of that at Activision, um and I think we even heard like there was like never work being done anyway. Like there was wild reports that came out with that as well. So it was like no wonder all of the games have been shit because they're basically in a frat environment every day with like drinking and playing beer pong and harassing the female workers. Like that's literally what was going on, like all the time. And it's not funny. It's like, bro, you guys are like making shit games while you're doing all of this as well. So I'm pretty sure with this Microsoft coming in, they're gonna do a full like restructure of the company because Microsoft is awesome. Like we can all kind of understand what
Yes.
Microsoft does on as far as technology goes, as far as everything kind of goes. They can make some solid stuff. We could even see some shifts go around, and I'm here for everything. I just don't want another. I don't want Call of Duty every year. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's not even a fun game anymore.
Nope.
For me, uh, ever since what? Shoot, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Like, since Black Ops 1,
Mm-hmm.
COD just hasn't been the same for me. Maybe, yeah, since Black Ops, I will say Black Ops 3 was probably the last. And I didn't even play the multiplayer like that. I played more of the zombies. Black Ops 1 multiplayer was where I was like my prime in terms of multiplayer. Like, I actually was there for the multiplayer. And then after that, I just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because the gameplay switched up and it was just, I don't know. I just never intrigued me as much. Even now, even with Warzone, I really was a big fan of Warzone, but now I'm like, I don't want to say this, but now I don't care.
Yeah.
And so,
And
I don't know.
then like we even kind of talked about it a little bit as well within this is like, games like Battlefield, they don't come out every year, but that game came out and it was it's ass. Like
They had so
it's a
many issues.
terrible yeah, it's one of the worst rated games on Steam,
Like
Xbox,
literally,
PlayStation. Like it, and it took them a good chunk of like what was it? Maybe that was like
because
was
Battlefield
was it Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5? Which one was
Battlefield
the last
1
one?
was fucking awesome. Literally one of the best games I've ever
Mhm.
played. Obviously it had its issues at launch, but after like a couple weeks, fire. Battlefield 5, hated
Mhm.
it. It just felt different. I don't know. It felt weird. Uh Battlefield 5 came out a couple years. I don't even know.
Mhm.
4 or 5 years before we got this one at this point, at least. And I don't know. Uh like literally they could have like, all right, you know what? Because like studios just need to chill. Like I get it, they need to make their money and stuff, but at the end of the day, like if you have mistakes like that, take what you knew from the beta. Like, okay, let's focus on getting these issues fixed, fix them to the best of their knowledge. All right, let's put another beta out. Let's see what
Yep.
happens. And then they do that, and then like, okay, we still got these issues. Okay, we need to figure this out. Like that's what people they need to do. Like I don't understand.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. Unless like they have that much money into it that they need to have revenue, I don't
Mhm.
understand. I just don't. Like from a
Yeah,
business
I agree.
standpoint of view, it's just not smart. But I don't know. Let's we'll have to
No,
see.
I understand completely, yo. It doesn't make any sense. Laura says, "Yeah, unfortunately, not surprising. I saw that a lot when I was learning to be a programmer. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
but
But yeah, bro. What's our last thing? Or is this me?
this is
No,
you,
it's me.
yeah.
Yo, me. What's our last thing? So yo, we talked about Batman. Now, I'm not gonna lie. We're talking about the other side that I'm a little bit more. I'm a little bit more excited for this. Just a little
100%,
bit.
man.
Not go cap. Uh, we also have up our latest poster for Marvel Studios Moon Knight, baby. Like I am so excited for this show, bro. I think the worst thing about this show is going to be that it is going on the Disney Plus 6-episode formula. I think that's the worst thing that we've heard about this show. Other than that, I mean, look at that. Oh my God.
I feel the grittiness.
My goodness.
Like I actually see blood like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
this is like, yeah. that's a blood-stained Moon Knight dagger. I don't even know what that's called.
This show is coming out officially on March 30th on Disney Plus. Again, like you just said, I think it's 6 episodes. The trailer has been released. We do have a reaction to that trailer available up on our YouTube for you guys to check out. Huge trailer. I think it's among the top most viewed trailers ever for anything with Disney Plus related,
wow.
Disney related. So this is huge. You know, I can't wait for this show. I think what's his name? Who's the one that's playing? I'm terrible with
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, what he can bring to the table, I think is huge. And I just can't wait. I'm so excited for the show.
Yeah, bro. This show is definitely going to dive deeper into that supernatural aspect of Marvel that we have not got to see since like Ghost Rider. Don't get me wrong, there was some of the supernatural in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, of course, which was amazing. And I think even the Netflix show Iron Fist had also some supernatural aspects in it. But as far as like the MCU canon and all of that, this is going to be the first thing that's going to really get to diving deeper than just like the magic that Doctor Strange and WandaVision have kind of seeded for us. Like we haven't got to see the darkness yet. And if I'm not mistaken, this show goes right into not like it doesn't have a story that goes right into Multiverse of Madness, but when the last episode of this show comes out, I believe we get Multiverse of Madness
like a week later.
Same week. No, I think it's in the same week. Yeah.
Oh, might be. Yeah.
Get it. Because this is March 30th, and then so we're going straight into April, and then the first week of May is like the last episode, if I'm not mistaken. And that first week of May is also Multiverse of Madness. So, no, not saying we're gonna see anything from Moon Knight in that because we didn't see any Hawkeye in Spider-Man, but we did see him swing past that Christmas tree. That's at the the Hawkeye Spider. That's like the only cohesiveness that's in there. And so we might see something along the lines of that. But I'm hoping we see Dane Whitman in this series.
I think the Eternal stuff is going to pop up more in this than anything else. Because I think, again, apparently Dane Whitman's supposed to make an appearance. I'm curious to see if Blade will show up. I think this will be a cool way to kind of introduce him. I can't wait to hear more about what his movie's going to be about, actually. Like, thinking about it. Because we've got the news when Blade was initially announced several years ago.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten much after that since then. So, and like Eternals completely caught us off guard because I remember we were in that theater, and credit came on, and we were all of us were like, "Wait, I know that voice. Whose voice is that? I know that voice." And then it wasn't until after when I looked it up on the way home, and I was like, "Yo, it's freaking Mahershala Ali, Blade." Yo, I can't wait.
That was amazing. That was the best thing ever, to be honest. And I wouldn't even be against not. Okay, well, I mean, we know in the MCU, technically, the place where Oscar Isaac's character Steven is working is not the same place that Dane Whitman works.
Yeah,
but they are like on the they're in the same city, but on the opposite sides of the city. So they might run paths across each other or something like that. Where they might not. Who knows? And we also have seen from Hawkeye that they're not scared to show us moments of past MCU things from different perspectives. Like we saw Hawkeye jumping off of that building and then seeing it from someone else. Haley Steinfeld, Kate Bishop's perspective.
Yeah.
And so maybe we might see something like that. Do you think we're going to see anything that connects Moon Knight into the MCU particularly, or is this going to just be
I
his
think it'll.
own type of thing that really doesn't have anything to do? Like they're just going to drop some names like Doctor Strange or something like that. Are they just name
No, I
dropping?
think
Or
the events in Eternals we'll see like stuff pop up on the news.
oh,
Maybe we'll see.
like the hand on
Yeah,
the
like we'll talk
TV?
about the hand and stuff like that. Maybe we'll when they were initially attacked by the deviant in town, um, and then
Mm.
saved by Icarus. Like
Yeah.
maybe that whole sequence happens in the background.
Maybe
And
the
like
bus driver on the bus that she turned into rose petals. Maybe he talks about it. He's like, "Yo, you would never believe what happened to me on this bus."
dude, I remember we watched that on the real. I was like, I was all quiet after everyone was like, and then I was like, he's dead. Like, oh my god, like everyone in that bus just died. I was like, yo, what? And then all of a sudden they all appeared, and I was like, oh, okay. I thought
Yeah, that was hilarious.
they literally all just died. I was so scared.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
but I don't know. I don't know how. Like maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how we could see this kind of get connected to
That's
anything
New York.
within the MCU. No, they're in like London, my guy. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, you're right.
Nothing's
Nothing's really happened in London.
It was in the 2-layer bus.
Yeah, nothing's really ever happened in the MCU in London so far. I don't think.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I don't know if we will. I think more. I think that Eternals, results might show up more. It seems more practical for me because thinking about it, nothing's ever happened in London within the MCU. So like, or other than like news and like other like actual characters showing up, I don't know what else would be there.
Yeah, man. I am so excited for Moon Knight. Moon Knight is amazing. The trailer for this was amazing. We're supposed to see Werewolf by Night in this. Like, it's supposed to be so much stuff happening in this. Being able to see Khonshu in that trailer was awesome as well. I loved the way that the mummy wraps like took over him as the suit.
Yep.
Freaking awesome.
Like
Yes, like Venom, like Spawn, giving it a lot, like a really good, like, yo, you are my like warrior of death, basically, because that's kind of how it works. Because Moon Knight is basically Spawn, but for like the Egyptian god instead of for the devil. So yeah, I'm super juiced for this, to be honest, and I can't wait to see how everything happens. And this is probably my most anticipated show this coming from Disney Plus this year. I know we're getting Secret Invasion and She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, but this right here, the darkness that we saw, the grittiness, like I'm pretty sure like people were just dying left and right in the trailer, but they just hadn't like showed us like the CGI of that they were actually dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, it'll be a good time, man. It'll be a good time. And again, March 30th, this premieres on Disney Plus. And without further ado, that about wraps up today's pop culture news update. But we got some releases on several different places this week. What do we got? What do we got, Sensei?
Let's see, my brother. We have digital releases. Birds Like Us, no idea what that is, and 2 deaths of Henry Baker. What? I don't know what that is either. I think those are just digital releases. I don't know where exactly those are coming from.
Okay. Probably just on demand.
Oh, Birds Like Us is an animation.
Okay.
That came. Oh wait, no, this is a different movie. I think that's the first one. On HBO Max, we have The Fallout. I'm not sure what that is.
You know what?
That is
a trailer reaction that's in our latest trailer reaction file that we need to watch.
Oh, okay.
I think it's about a school shooting and the aftermath of that school shooting.
Oh,
and like how it affects the students or a group of people that the show will follow with. So
Oh
it's
my
pretty dope.
god.
It's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
I was definitely not ready for that one.
It looks
And
really, really good, man. But I unfortunately, it was one of those trailers I couldn't skip when I was trying to watch something, and like I saw most of it before I was able to skip it, and I was like, "Damn it!" But I don't remember if I added it to the list or if I didn't add it to the list because I was looking for trailers. This is one of the ones that was there, but I don't know if I
Mhm.
added it or not. I just remember seeing the fallout, and then yeah, that just kind of happened.
Mm.
But it seems pretty good,
Uh,
man.
Laura Hart says the Legend of Vox Machina on the 28th. Unless you were a backer, then you can watch it on the 25th. Yo, yes, sir. The Legend of Vox Machina is gonna
We're
be
definitely checking that
fire,
out
yo.
for sure.
Definitely checking that out, yo. I have people in the in that trailer reaction coming from my helmet because I got it mixed up with Harmon's Quest, my guy. But I
Mhm.
watched those both at the same time. That's why I got it mixed up because I was literally
Yeah,
jumping back and forth. So that's
yeah.
my bad, yo. That's my bad. But I have
Hmm.
watched it before. I'm not a
Hmm.
yeah. I'm not uncultured, guys. And then we're unsure where it's releasing. We have compartment number 6, Clean, the Requiem or the Requin, They, Them,
Hmm.
Us, Cyrano. I'm pretty sure that might just be a digital release because I think that came out of the
Yeah,
movies unless it got
I think
delayed. I'm not
I
sure.
think most of these are all digital releases.
A Taste of Hunger, Sundown, Brighton, Fourth, Rifkin's Festival, and Harper.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Should
so
be a good time, man.
it's gonna be a good time. Definitely gonna probably, hopefully, we can do watch parties for the Legend of Vox Machina, but we all know how that's been going. So maybe we'll see what's going on with that. We also have the 5th episode, I believe, of Peacemaker coming on Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I think it comes out on Thursday, like mornings though, because it's on
Yeah, I
HBO
think Thursday
Max.
9 a.m.
Yeah,
I think it's 9 a.m.
so we might be able to do that. Don't know. Have no idea. We'll keep you guys up to date with the watch parties and
Hmm.
stuff. Sorry, we know you guys have been like on our helmets about it. Like they'd be like, "Whoa, where was 1 through 3 watch party at?" Like, yo, hey, it's up there now. Okay.
Yeah.
If we don't do stuff live, which we'll try to do, we'll try to watch it and then post it if we can't do it live.
Yeah.
So yeah, Laura
Uh,
Harmon Quest was amazing and it was hilarious. Dan Harmon is hilarious. I don't know if he's canceled or not. You never know with that guy. You never know with that
yeah,
guy. Like one week he's
yeah.
canceled, next week he's like doing stuff for Star Wars. It's like what? um, Surprisingly, a lot of the people that work on Rick and Morty have been working on Marvel Phase 4, like getting the multiverse together basically.
Hmm.
So that's awesome. Shout out to all of us Rick and Morty fans, yo, because
Yeah, Rick and Morty be dealing with all kinds of multi-interdimensional stuff all the time. You know.
exactly. But yeah, man, so that's what we have coming to us this week. A lot of good stuff. If you guys are ready for all of the amazing stuff that's going to be coming to us, make sure you guys drop a sub because as I say all the time, what a time to be a nerd, man. We got
Always.
just a lovely amount of nerdism coming for us.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And with that, folks, that about wraps up today's pop culture news update. I hope you guys enjoyed. We had a lot of great discussion on a lot of different topics today. Um, before we head out, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Marvels23 on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel where we post all of our content and much more.
That is right. And you can also join our Discord by checking out our website, www.marvelbros.com. And you'll find a link to our Discord on there. You can join for all of our latest discussions, all the latest news and stuff. And whenever it drops anywhere else, it always drops on our Discord for sure.
Mhm.
So yeah, make sure you check that out and make sure you check out our Marvel Bros merchandise as well. So you guys can, rock your Marvel Bros shirts or whatever. And if you get any merchandise of Marvel Bros, make sure you tag us in it on Twitter or Instagram, wherever. Um, And then, yeah, I think that's it. I think I said everything already. So, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you guys for tuning in with us. We hope you enjoyed today's pop culture news update. And we'll see you guys either later this week or on the next pop culture news update.
Yeah.
Excelsior.
Peace. All of Marvel Bros. Pop culture news updates are now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can also watch Marvel Bros. Live every Sunday on Facebook.com, or you can watch them on YouTube, where we upload regularly. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Marvel Bros. 23 to keep up with all things Marvel and everything pop culture.